Heather Smith, ready to go in this one. This breakout star has been a model of consistency at the plate, leading the league in batting average. It's the San Diego Padres going up against the Pittsburgh Pirates. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. At the plate, Heather Smith.
For the Pirates, the second baseman, Heather Smith.
And she grounds one to the right side. Over to Diaz. One up, one down.
Batting second, the shortstop, Mason Wynn.
Brendan Donovan, the next up for the Padres.
33, Brendan Donovan.
Swing and a ground ball. Smith throws to first in time. One out in the second.
Not a bad outcome in that spot. The runner moves up to third, and now they have a chance to drive in the go-ahead run. It's not a knock, but at the end of the day, it's a good at bat.
And that's in for a strike.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good...
He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. So one left for Pittsburgh. They trail it here. Luis Campusano, the next up for the Padres.
Campusano.
On the ground, could be two. Off balance speed, there's one. Double play. And that'll do it for the inning. One error in the inning, but nothing more. 8-9-1 scheduled in the bottom of the sixth. It's the Padres. Man at first, one away.
Second baseman, Heather Smith.
Swing and a foul straight back.
Now, these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. And it's caught just in front of the wall.
Outstanding catch right there, and I love the commitment that he showed. He knew that the wall was close, but was determined to make that catch, and a nice calculation of just how much room he had to try to minimize that contact.
And that one fouled off.
This pitcher's done a good job of disrupting the hitter's timing with the mix of pitches and changing speeds. You want to keep that front foot inconsistent for the batter. Their swings are hesitant, and that's exactly what you want on the mound.
In the dirt.
Well, timing is the key to great hitting, and right now that door is still locked. They haven't been able to figure out pitch sequences, and it's impacting them across the board.
2 outs. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Merrill makes the play, and that's the third out. Pirates leave one, still looking at that 5-0 deficit. Smith with a forgettable showing in the loss.
Well, this wasn't her finest hour, and she may be a little frustrated heading.
Heather Smith, ready to go in this one. This breakout star has been a model of consistency at the plate, leading the league in batting average. It's the San Diego Padres going up against the Pittsburgh Pirates. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Now it's the second baseman, Heather Smith. Line drive, Cronenworth. One up, one down.
You're out.
Batting second, the shortstop.
And now Jack Peterson. Right side, hard hit. Gets it to first.
Yep, he's out.
And a quick out, number one. One out, base is empty.
The second baseman, Heather Smith.
On the ground, right side. Cronenworth. On to first.
Yeah.
And there's 2 down. No outs. Runners at first and second.
Heather Smith.
First
No,
offering,
that's
and
a
it
ball.
just misses. Suarez over at second. Bart on at first with nobody out. In the air, fairly deep to right field. Brings it in. Runner tags at second, and he makes it up to third with 1 away. So bases all loaded up. Smith digs in now. This is what stat nerds like myself might call a high leverage situation.
Yeah, Boog, not sure what the numbers say, but clearly an at-bat that could change the course of this game dramatically.
And that chance handled. Got her on the off-balance throw. Ready to begin the 8th. Now here is Luis Campusano. Headed towards the corner. Makes the grab on the run. And there's 1 down.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Kolick back to work. Swung on, popped up on the infield. Campusano settles underneath it. He's got it, and there's 1 down. Manny Machado up to the plate. 1 out. The go-ahead run is at second. Up the middle, and he knocks it down. The throw is still in time, and they come away with an out after a tricky start to the play.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at-bat right there.
And a final. Heather Smith, ready to put on a show, playing as the bottom of the first. At the plate for Pittsburgh, Heather Smith. Smith, a former All-Star, 22 years old, a former first-round pick in 2024. Next offering upstairs.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading the count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
There's a swing and a drive.
No,
And
no,
it's
no,
off
that's
the
foul,
wall,
that's
but
foul.
Out towards right center. That's well struck. Merrill going back on this one. Bangs off the wall. Into second easily with a leadoff double.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. Just missed out on a home run right there, but she certainly hit it hard enough. Just didn't have the right launch angle to carry it over the wall, but still an excellent swing of the bat.
No outs. Runner on second. And a foul ball. Still tied at 0. Last of the third. That one laced to center and a base hit. The throw in. Safe at home. And the runner scores from second. And it's 1-0.
Now
1 out and a runner at second.
Heather Smith.
Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
0-1.
In the air to left center. Donovan on the move to the alley. He's got it. That's out number 2.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
Smith.
Ball.
The next to hit takes outside.
One ball, no strike.
She swings and fouls one off. First and second, 2 down. Last half of inning number 5. That one the other way. Cronenworth in plenty of time to first. Inning ends, and that's Fernando Tatis Jr. to hit here. Double play ball to second. There's one. And they get him easily at first. It's a double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
To the right side, Cronenworth. Leadoff hitter is out here in the 8th.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
Now batting, the shortstop, Mason.
So 2 away with nobody on. Jackson Merrill now at the plate. Bednar back to work. A swing and a soft liner. And he's got it. Ball game. And the Pirates salvage the finale of this 3-game series. Smith had a solid game for them, a real contributor.
Strong individual day, a team win. What's not to like? This is a
Smith ready to go in this one. This breakout star has been a model of consistency at the plate, leading the league in batting average. It's the Pittsburgh Pirates taking on the Athletics. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. At the plate for Pittsburgh, Heather Smith.
The second baseman, Heather Smith.
And that's in for a strike. And we are underway in game 1 of the series. That's outside. And now it's even 1-1. Hit hard to the ground and up the middle, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
She was all over that one. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield. Took it back where it came from, and there was just no one there to knock it down.
Runner at first, 2 away. And now the shortstop, Jacob Wilson.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
From her knees, the throw. On the money, nice play.
That was a great job of doing the math. She had the perfect angle. Diving stop completes the play, and that ends the inning.
2 out, space is empty.
Heather Smith.
Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. And that extends the inning.
Well, no waiting around right there. She was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Smashed that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Throws to first in time, and the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th. And we're back. New inning getting started. And now the Pirates leadoff hitter, Heather Smith. Spence back to work. Swinging a foul straight back. Out there to center. Ruiz makes the grab on the run.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
On the ground, Smith in plenty of time to first. One away, bottom of the 6th. So next to the plate for Pittsburgh, Heather Smith. So here's the player that is, I think, right now the favorite to win the National League MVP. That one is absolutely belted. That's back. Gone. She circles the bases for 63rd home run of the season. And they add on. It's 3-0. She only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at-bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off.
Max Schumann up next for the A's. Gets the bunt down the right side. They put the tag on him, and he gets the job done. Smith really stood out in this win. Had 3 hits, one of them a homer.
Really impressive work at the dish. She gave her teammates a lot of opportunities in this one, and that's really all you can ask.
Heather Smith with an incredible season so far, leading the league. All right, ready to get underway. At the plate for Pittsburgh, Heather Smith. Yeah, that's fouled off. Next pitch is outside. Smith launched a homer in her most recent game. Headed towards the corner.
Get out of here, ball. Get out of here.
And that's a foul ball. The 1-2. Stays alive.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by her. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
Hard hit, right side. Whips it to first. One up, one down. Next up for the A's, Jacob Wilson. Singy, when the year's over, he'll have a new career high for RBIs in a season. Up the middle, Smith throws to first.
You're out.
One gone, bottom half of the first.
Not a bad outcome in that spot. The runner moves up to third, and now they have a chance to drive in the go-ahead run. It's not a knock, but at the end of the day, it's a good at-bat.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. And that'll get down for a hit. And now first and second with 2 outs.
Well, those kind of lucky soft hits will always make you smile. She clearly didn't catch that one on the big part of the bat, just kind of muscled it out there. And, you know, on the mound, it can be pretty frustrating for a pitcher, but you just kind of have to expect those to drop in there sometimes. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ball game.
Swing and a ground ball. Handles, throws to first, and a quick out, number 1. Runners at first and second with 1 gone.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Drilled to right, way back there, and that is gone. A towering shot. Her 64th home run of the season, and the Pirates take the lead. It's 4-2. She sent the first pitch over the wall.
Must have dinner reservations because she wasn't wasting any time at the plate in that at-bat.
Heather Smith, the next Pirate to hit. She's already homered here in this one.
Well, the way these two teams have battled in this game, you know you need more. Got to continue to add runs if you're going to get out of here with a win.
Ground ball right side, could be 2. Quick feed to second for 1, and a run scores on the double play.
It's always great when you can add a run, but in this situation with the bases loaded, double play is kind of a rally killer.
Heather Smith, the next Pirate to hit. She's already homered in this game.
In this situation with first base open, he shouldn't give her anything to hit. There's a right-hander on deck.
And that one is lifted in the air. And that is that. So, man at first. Now it's the shortstop, Jacob Wilson. Sing, you talk about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out, and he makes all the plays. Ground ball left side, could be 2. Slings to second on a nailer. They get 2.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Smith was outstanding in this ball game, helping them get the win.
No question, Boog. She was a big piece of their success in this ball game. Fantastic effort at the plate.
Heather Smith with an incredible season so far, leading the league in OPS. Can she keep it going again today? It's the Pittsburgh Pirates going up against the Athletics. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Ready to go here. Now it's the second baseman, Heather Smith. She set a new career high in home runs this year. And Singy, she's just trying to set the bar as high as possible now. That catches the zone for a strike, and away we go this afternoon. Swung on, belted.
Get up, ball, get up.
That's back. That one is gone. The first batter of the game leaves the yard. Home run number 65 on the year. It's 1-0. That's her third straight game with a homer, Singy.
This player is on fire, Boog. These kinds of streaks just don't come around too often. Oh, you got gotta love a game that brings some action from the jump. And at the plate, she was looking for a pitch to absolutely drive. And, you know, leadoff hitters aren't up there anymore just working the count, trying to get on. They're looking to make some noise and do some damage.
Bottom of the first, now Jacob Wilson. This has been a career year for him when it comes to driving in runs. Ripped on the ground a second. One up, one down.
Batting second, the second baseman, Redden Milone.
Man at first, one away.
The second baseman, Heather Smith.
Boog, the runner at first needs to be careful right here. He's dealing with a pickoff artist on the mound.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. He makes the catch, and there's two down. Two out, space is empty.
The second baseman, Heather Smith.
Liner, and this could be trouble. Around first, heading for two. And now the tying run is into scoring position.
Well, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
Sears back to work. In the air, left side. DeLauder sizes this one up. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If she does that, she's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
And that one lifted in the air, center field. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. Now here is Heather Smith. She's already homered here in this one. Check swing. Did she go? Yes, she did.
0-1.
One out, base is empty. Swing and a high fly ball. That one out towards left center field. Way back there. Onto the track, and he makes the catch.
Now batting, the shortstop, Mason Wynn.
Smith had a sensational showing in the win. Had a pair of hits, one of them a homer.
Well, they may want to change how they approach her next time because she was just incredible in this one. She looked like a threat every time she came up.
And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. The show brings you a matchup of division rivals. At the plate for Pittsburgh, Heather Smith. Chris, it's been a good year for her, having already set a new career high for RBIs in a season. Line drive, De La Cruz. Over to first. Out. One up, one down.
Batting second, the shortstop, Mason.
One out, base is empty.
Batting, the second baseman, Heather Smith.
There's a strike. Top of the third, no score.
Get down.
That's ripped, and this one could be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. The throw to second is offline.
All over that one right there. She got a pitch she could get to out front, kept her bat through the ball, and didn't pull off or roll her hands over. And that allowed her to rip that ball down the line for the double. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ball game.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's two down. Now it's the DH, Spencer Steer.
Designated hitter, Spencer Steer.
The middle. Oh, great shot. There's one.
That's it out.
To first, not
Safe.
in time. Great effort there.
Nice diving stop right there. Gets the out. Great reactions. Excellent job of finishing the play with a nice, easy throw.
Smith
Ball.
in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. Puts it in the air out towards left center. He's there. He's got it. And that is that. So one. First and second. No outs. Now the third baseman, Jamer Candelario. Hit on the ground, might be two. Feeds to second, out there. Back to first, and it's over his head. And this ball's going to wind up out of play. So a big-time costly mistake there.
Well, you're already down in the game, and not just by a couple. And that error allows a run to score, and this is where things can really start to fall apart. As a team, they need to pick.
Heather Smith ready to go in this one. This breakout star has been a model of consistency at the plate, leading the league in batting average. All right, ready to get underway. Stepping in, Heather Smith.
Second baseman, number 29.
And
Ball.
that misses. And away we go
One
this
ball,
afternoon.
no strikes.
First pitch, 12:35.
And that drops in for a strike. Out there to center. And that'll fall for a base hit. So a runner on base to start the inning.
Hitting is really easy for some players. One thing that I can see already, her bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And hitters like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit.
Off balance
He's
feet,
out.
there's one. On a
Got him.
nailer, they get two.
Batting third, the
Nice
shortstop,
soft hands on the backhand right there in the 6th hole. Starts the double play. It's not an easy throw, but he puts it on the money. Really good job to get that double play started.
Let's check out some notable MVP candidates so far this season.
Smith.
Anderson back to work. Hit hard on the ground to short. To first.
Out.
That's the first out in the top of the fourth.
Now batting, the shortstop, Mason.
One out, base is empty.
Now batting, the second baseman, Heather Smith.
Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. A solo shot for 66th home run of the season, and they grab the lead. It's 2-1. She only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off.
Now
So
batting,
back to the top of the Reds lineup, Jake Fraley, the next to hit. To the right side, Smith throws to first.
Out.
There for the out. Runner scores from third.
the batter.
So back to the top of the order, Heather Smith will hit next. She's already homered in this game. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Way back there. And it's off the top of the wall. Runner around third. He'll score. Well, she delivers in a huge spot right there.
Oh, she's so dialed in. I don't think she even realizes how much pressure exists out there. Very easy swing, nice and relaxed. This is the type of approach you want to see players take in this situation.
The Pirates down to their final strike. Lifted to left, and that should do it. And he makes the catch. Ball game, and the Reds take the first two games of this series. Smith with a valiant job in defeat. A 3-hit performance. Heather Smith getting ready. She's on an absolute tear this. At the plate for Pittsburgh, Heather Smith. Fastball for a strike. And this one is off and running.
No balls. One strike.
First pitch, 12:35.
This to center field. Makes the grab on the run. One down.
Oh, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Ground ball left side, could be two. Flips it. There's one. On to first.
He's
Out.
out.
Double play. Just got it there in time. Let's check out some notable MVP candidates so far this season. Wicks back to work. Pulls that one foul. Ball on there. There's a swing and a drive. And it's into the gap. Around first, heading for two. Round second, digging for third. Now tries to
Out
get
on the
back,
tag.
but they slap the tag on her at second. First and second, two down.
Smith.
Smith launched a homer in her most recent game. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. Fairchild makes the play, and that'll do it. One hit in the inning, a solo homer. On now to the bottom of the fourth. It's the Pirates 3. So the batting order turns over, and now Heather Smith.
So clutch, you could argue that she's been this team's MVP this year.
Swing and a ball drilled center field. Corrals it. And there are two down. Base is empty with two away. Vinny Pasquantino getting ready to hit.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Smith handles, throws the first, out number 3. So they go quietly there. We're through 6 full. It's the Pirates 5 and the Reds 2. Here's the second baseman, Heather Smith. 1 for 4 with a double.
So easy to look at the big players in this lineup, but she has been a pleasant surprise all season long.
That one ripped. And that's a base hit. And that keeps the inning going. Jake Fraley digs in now.
Left fielder, Jake Fraley.
Trying to send this to extra innings. That one out to right. Nootbaar
I got it.
brings it in for the third out. Smith could have done a bit more to help them out.
Didn't light the world on fire, but she helped.
Heather Smith ready to put on a show, playing as the league leader in home runs this season. At the plate for Pittsburgh, Heather Smith. This has been a career year for her when it comes to driving in runs.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Next offering is in for a strike. Hard hit left side. Swanson fires over to first. And a quick out number 1. Michael Hellman, the next Cub to hit. Ground ball could be 2. There's 1.
He's out.
And that's 2.
He's out.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Man at first, 1 away.
The second baseman, Heather Smith.
First
Ball.
pitch, and he just misses. Swings here and drives one well left field. Way back, and you can forget it. Her 67th home run of the year. It's 3-2. She absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, she made him pay.
Runner on at first with one gone. JT Real Muto steps in.
Real Muto.
Grounded to third. Could be two. Quick feed to second for one. And they bounce into two already. This one ends the... Two out, space is empty.
Second baseman, Heather Smith.
And first offering is fouled off. The pitch. On the ground to third. Gets to it with a slide. Gathers and throws.
Oh.
It's there, and that's a great play. One hit in the inning, a solo homer. We played four. So the lineup flips over. Nico Horner, the next Cub to hit.
Horner.
And now the 0-1. Ground ball right side. Smith. Over to first.
He's going.
Out number 2.
Well, you got to give him credit out there on the mound. This outing started off a little shaky, but he's found a way to settle in and turn this into a pretty good start. Kind of shows you a lot about his mental makeup as a pitcher.
Up next for the Pirates, Heather Smith. And she's already left her mark on this game.
She certainly has, Boog. A 2-run shot in the second inning, and that made an early impact on this game in a big way.
She's scored more runs than anyone else on her team so far this year, Chris. Fought off foul. One out, base is empty. Foul ball still 0-2. Rips that one to right. Dominguez snags it for the second out. Here's Nico Horner. Ground ball up the middle. Gets it to first. That ends the frame. Starting to run out of outs. Heather Smith, the next Pirate to hit. She's already homered in this game. Shoots a line drive single into right center. So a runner aboard now with one away.
Boog, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but she did such a nice job of pulling her hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
Smith really excelled in this one and contributed to the win.
No question, Boog. She was a big piece of their success in this ball game. Fantastic effort at the plate.
Heather Smith with an incredible season so far, leading the league in OPS. We go to the bottom of the first. At the plate for Pittsburgh, Heather Smith. Right side, Hellman. Handles, throws to first. One up, one down.
Batting second, the shortstop, Mason Wynn.
Runner at first with no outs here. In the air, out towards right center. Crow Armstrong sizing this one up. And there's one down.
Up next for the Pirates, the shortstop.
And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the inning. Here's the second baseman, Heather Smith.
Smith.
Poteet back to work. Hard ground ball, base knock. So a runner aboard to start the inning. Heather Smith now at the plate. So here's the player that is, I think, right now the favorite to win the National League MVP. In the air, left field. Ozuna ranging after it. Makes the catch, and there's one gone. So a man at first, and now it's Miguel Amaya. Ground ball, left side. Off balance, there's one. To first, double play. Nicely done.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Heather Smith, the next Pirate to hit. And that one pulled foul.
She's getting the barrel to the balls. Just got to work on that timing a little bit.
Next offering is in for a strike. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. To the right side. Nice grab. From his knees, the throw.
That's an out.
On the money. Nice play. Swanson digs in. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. Drops a bunt down the first base side. They tag him for the out as both runners move up on the sacrifice.
Up next for the Cubs.
Heather Smith getting ready. She's on it. Bottom of the first. And now it's the switch hitting second baseman, Heather Smith.
Smith.
To third, Floyd. Slings it across. One gone, bottom half of the first. Let's check out some notable MVP candidates so far this season.
Heather Smith.
Abbott back to work. Fastball is outside. Smith, a former All-Star, 22 years old, a former first-round pick in 2024. Base hit, and a good start to the inning. And that knock bumps her hitting streak into double digits, Chris. She's hitting 10 straight.
Yeah, and on a nice trajectory, average going up, OBP, everything she's doing at the plate right now just seems to be working.
2 out, base is empty.
Heather Smith.
Here's a high chopper. Tosses to first. That's out number 3. And next is the designated hitter, Josue De Paula. Swing and a slow roller. Now the throw to first on the run. Nicely done for the out. No run. Now it's the second baseman, Heather Smith. 1 for 3. Swung on, belted. That one's back. And it one-hops the wall. Around first and hustling for second. In safely. It's a double and her second hit.
The first move felt like a bit of a guess. You have to be right in those spots where things can get away from you awfully quickly.
Here in the bottom of the 9th, 1 out. Smith getting ready to hit. That misses
Ball
the
outside.
zone, and it's 1-0.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Still only one out here in the inning. Set down on strikes. Now only one out remaining. So he gets the call and picks up the strikeout looking.
Sometimes with a good hitter at the plate, she'll be the one to get the benefit of the doubt if she lays off on a close pitch like that, but just not right there. Strike zone definitely expanded a little bit with 2 strikes.
Smith managed to keep the hitting streak alive.
Didn't light the world on fire, but she held up her end okay. I'm sure she'd like to have a better game and help them win going forward, though.
Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. MLB The Show has action out of the NL Central. It's the Cincinnati Reds going up against the Pittsburgh Pirates. With my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. And Singy, we're going to see a nice little win streak. Here's the left fielder, Jake Fraley. Singy, when the year's over, he'll have a new career high for RBIs in a season. On the ground, Smith tosses to first.
He's out.
One up, one down. Batting second, the designated hitter, Spencer.
At the plate for Pittsburgh, Heather Smith.
For the Pirates, the second baseman, Heather Smith.
That one fouled off. Anderson, multi-time All-Star. He features a four-seam fastball, a changeup, a cutter, a sinker, and he works in a slider. That one ripped. This one could be trouble, and that's going to roll to the wall. Around second now, going for three. In there safely.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and she got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
And ready to hit now for Cincinnati, Matt McClain.
McLean.
Right back to the mound. Could be an easy two.
He's
Here's
out.
win for one.
Out.
Over to first. That's two. Nicely done. 1-6-3, and that will end the inning. So no runs on 2 hits. 1 out, bases empty.
Second baseman, Heather Smith.
And first offering is fouled off. Smith, 22 years old. She's been touching home plate quite a bit lately, scoring 8 runs over the last 10 games.
Hey, looks like you're shopping in.
Liner, base hit. So they get a runner aboard with a 1-out single.
Now batting, the shortstop, Mason. Now batting, the second baseman, Heather Smith.
Pitch
Ball one.
misses, and it's 1-0.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Benson makes the grab. 2 down.
Up next for the Pirates, the shortstop.
And welcome back to the ballpark. And now it's switch hitting third baseman Jamer Candelario.
Candelario.
One.
Hard hit, right side. Whips it to first. And the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th. Back to the top of the order, Heather Smith, the next Pirate to hit. There's a swing and a drive.
Get out of here, ball. Get out of here.
And out of here. She flexes her power with that swing. Her 68th homer of the year. And they add to the lead. It's 4-0. She only needed 1 swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at-bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
2-1 now. On the ground right side. 4, 6,
Got him.
3, but he
Say!
beats it. Good hustle, and the inning continues. Smith really stood out in this win. A 3-hit performance, including a homer.
Well, they may want to change how they approach her next time because she was just incredible in this one. She looked like a threat every time she came up.
Heather Smith, ready to put on a show, playing as the league leader in home runs this season. It's the Cincinnati Reds going up against the Pittsburgh Pirates. First pitch coming your way next. At the plate for Pittsburgh, Heather
For the
Smith.
Pirates, the second baseman, Heather Smith.
Nice read.
On a line, base hit. So a runner on base to start the inning.
Batting second, the shortstop. Up next for the
Smith
Pirates,
hitting leadoff in today's game, and she's been quite a threat lately with 6 homers in her last 10 games. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. Fraley makes the grab, and there's 2 gone.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If she does that, she's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Out. Over to first, and that is that. So they make short work of him. One out, base is empty.
For the Pirates, the second baseman, Heather Smith.
That smash towards center. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. Safely into second. She's got a double.
Well, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
First and second, no outs. Next for Cincinnati, Will Benson. On the ground right side, 4, 6,
out,
3,
out.
And they turn the double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
1 out. The go-ahead run is at second.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Yeah, that's fouled off. Two on, 1 out. On the ground to second, might be 2. Off balance feet, there's 1. To first, not in time. Great effort there.
Well, that's great hustle out of the box to get down the line, knowing that a double play will end the inning. Good job at the finish, reaching out for the bag. Now they got runners on the corners and still an opportunity to pick up some runs.
Swing and a ball lifted left field. And there's 1 away. Back here in Pittsburgh, here's the second baseman, Heather Smith.
Listen, there's absolutely no reason to pitch to this hitter right here. You nibble, you see if she'll expand her zone, but don't give her anything to hit. If you walk her, not a big deal. You have a double play opportunity set up.
Bautista back to work. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That one carrying. And off the base of the wall. The winning run crosses the plate, and the Pirates walk it off in extra innings.
She had to feel the pressure. Winning run on second base. Found a way to make solid contact, and the winning run comes across to score. Everyone going crazy. Exciting finish to this game today.
Smith kept that hitting streak going. Collected 3 hits in the game.
Solid game all around, no doubt about it, but I know she's fired up to have walked it off for the team. That's a great feeling, and she's soaking it up as she...
Heather Smith delivered some walk-off magic last game, providing the clutch hit for her team. All eyes on the promising prospect again today. It's the Cincinnati Reds going up against the Pittsburgh Pirates. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. At the plate for Pittsburgh, Heather Smith.
The second baseman, Heather Smith.
Out towards right center field. 1 down. Man at first, 1 away.
Second baseman, Heather Smith.
Out towards left center. Hines moving under this one. Nabs it. 2 away now.
Now batting.
2 outs, nobody on. And here's the catcher, Tyler Stevenson. Swing and a ground ball. Handles, throws to first, and he has thrown 4, shutout. Welcome back as we take a check of the current standings.
The second baseman, Heather Smith.
Green back to work. That one finds the zone. It's 0-1.
You know, these Pirates need to bring up the quality of their at-bats and specifically their swings. They're trying to find ways to drive the ball with some authority, but it's just not happening for them so far. 0 extra base hits in the game, so it's been tough for them to get anything going.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. And here is Vinny Pasquantino. On the ground, right side. Toss to Naylor. That's the first out, the top of the 7th.
Not a bad outcome in that spot. The runner moves up to third, and now they have a chance to drive in the go-ahead run. It's not a knock, but at the end of the day, it's a good at-bat.
So 2 down, Heather Smith, the next Pirate to hit. And a little something extra at stake in this at-bat as she's hitless so far with her hitting streak in jeopardy. Out to center. Makes the grab, and that's the 3rd out. 1 down. Stuart Fairchild, the next to hit for the Reds. Runner on the move to the right side, and that one finds its way through. And out to a board. So next to the plate for Pittsburgh, Colton Cowser. Stamont is just 1 strike away. Now a screamer into the outfield. And he makes the catch. Ball game. And the Reds use 2 pitchers to combine for the shutout. Smith had a game to forget in the loss.
Between her own performance and the team losing, just a frustrating day. She needs to wash this one off in the shower and do better the next time out.
And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the Pittsburgh Pirates and the San Diego Padres. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this.
San Diego Padres.
At the plate for Pittsburgh, Heather Smith.
The second baseman, Heather Smith.
Out towards right center field. Merrill sizing this one up. Hauls it in, and there's one away. So 2 away with nobody on. Connor Joe, the next up for the Padres. Ground ball right side. Smith slings to first, and that is that. So 1 out, base is empty. Close one, doesn't get the call. 1-0. And another ball.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what she's been doing. It's made a big impact for her in recent games.
Off the mark there. 3 balls, no strikes. Rips that one to right. Drops in for a hit. Couldn't run it down. And that's a double.
The last thing you want to happen is to swing at a ball out of the zone in a 3-0 count. That would have been a called strike, just like everyone in the stadium was expecting. Credit to the hitter for taking advantage of that situation for a double.
Off the plate,
Smith,
ball 1.
The next to bat, checked her swing. That's ball 1. 1 out and a runner at second, and we're at the top of the 5th. Lined, and that's a base hit. Fires to the plate. Save! In comes the run from second. It's 2-1.
Oh, here we are, 3rd time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a ground ball, and it's through for a hit. And now the first baseman, Connor Joe. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. On the ground, right side. Smith tosses to first.
Got him.
1 gone to the bottom of the 8th.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup. Got that hitter to roll over.
So back to the top of the order. Up next for the Pirates, Heather Smith.
So easy to look at the big players in this lineup, but she has been a pleasant
Good evening.
all season long.
That one pushed.
What's up, Jason? Good evening to you.
Play off to the left. 2 out, space is empty. Jet swing, she went, and it's 0-2.
0-2.
1 strike away.
Hey, you guys, nice job.
Hit hard, base hit. So she
Not much, just relaxing.
That's tremendous fight from her, and I know it's got the...
Smith played brilliantly despite the loss. 4 hits in the ball game, and you'll take that every time.
Really impressive work at the dish. She gave her teammates a lot of opportunities in this one, even if they didn't cash in enough to get the win.
That's good lol. I'm about to finish this season, and I'm just under the home run record lol, grinning squinting face.
Heather Smith comes into this. Digging in, Heather Smith. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
0-1.
That's a
Ball.
little high. And the count even.
I got a
1-1.
ball, 1 strike.
Smith knocked 4 hits in her last game. That one fouled off.
I think my first season with the Tigers I hit 90-something homers and I play on All-Star.
Makes the turn and heads for second. And it's a double to start the game.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. That was a thing of beauty. She may have been a little behind the pitch, but by getting that barrel into the hitting zone early on in her swing, she was able to meet it and still shoot a line drive down the line and left.
Leading off for Pittsburgh, the second baseman, Heather Smith.
Nice Lowell. I used to be able to do that like a decade ago.
Liner, and this could be trouble. Now she'll turn for second. The throw in. Not in time. That's a leadoff double. Well, Singy, she is locked in there.
She's really slowed the game down, and it's like she's moving in full speed, and everybody...
I've been thinking of going higher for difficulty.
She squared up that baseball. Tells me that she is seeing it like a beach ball.
On the ground to first.
Foul! That
Grounded,
ball's
kicks
foul!
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. She wants to get her arms extended. She likes the ball away from her a little bit, just not able to square it up.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field, and that'll fall for a base hit. And now first and second with 2 outs.
Hitting is really easy for some players. One thing that I can see already, her bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And hitters like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still...
If you want to, go ahead and do it, Lowell. You probably be fine. Slightly smiling face.
And now the 0-1. Drops a bunt down the first base side. Fires to second.
Out.
And he'll keep it for just the 1. The go-ahead run aboard at first. Nobody out. Major anticipation every time she steps in. 1 hit shy of breaking the single season hit record. Ripped on a line. And there's 1 down.
Man. And that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. She did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
And the batter now, Jock Peterson. So RBI spot, but Chris, this is a guy that is not really swinging the bat all that well here.
In this situation, you have a real good opportunity to get swings and misses and record a strikeout. I think you attack him in this spot.
Machado at second. Tatis on at first with 2 down. On the ground. Smith in plenty of time to first. That ends the inning, and they limit
him a few hits away from breaking the single-season hit record.
We look ahead to inning number 8. Back to the top of the order now. Heather Smith, the next Pirate.
They roasting me Lowell 98-game hitting streak and saying it's like I'm on beginner Lowell.
The National League MVP. And that's
Ball,
off
that's
the
off the
outside
plate.
edge, and it's 1-0.
Ball
Just
inside.
missed.
She's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. She's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
Just ignore them, Lowell.
Cronenworth. And they're down to their last out. Two outs, base is empty. Now here is Lars Nootbaar. Sends it to center, and that's going to do it. He's got it. Ball game. The Padres take the first 2 games of this series. Smith did well despite the loss. 3 hits in this. Heather Smith getting ready. She's on an absolute tear this season, leading the league in runs batted in. It's the Pittsburgh Pirates and the San Diego Padres. And we'll be back with a ready to go now. Now it's the second baseman, Heather Smith. Major anticipation every time she steps in. 1 hit shy of breaking the single season hits record. And out of here. It's a home run for the record. We have a new single season hit queen. What a moment. And she is having a year for the ages.
We're witnessing incredible history right here. One of the greatest seasons of all time. The consistency it takes to maintain this level of success over the course of the year is almost hard to believe. Huge congrats to her on this amazing accomplishment.
Broke the hits record low.
Manny Machado up to the plate. Singing when the year's over, he'll have a new career high for RBIs in a season. On the ground, 2 ball. Toss to Naylor.
He's out.
Machado is out. One out, base is empty. On the ground to the left.
That ball's foul.
And that's just foul. Ripped to third and caught.
Great hops right there, Boog. He timed it just right to bring that liner down, and he saved a knock.
2 down, base is empty. Yandy Diaz now. To the right side. Smith. Handles, throws
He's
the
out.
first. Inning over. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. That one outside.
That ball went out.
Ball 1. Runner at second, 2 down.
Inside, ball
just
2.
Missed.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what she's been doing. It's made a big impact for her in recent games.
In the air, out towards left center. Wall pulls it down, and that is that. And now it's the switch-hitting second baseman, Heather Smith. She had a big swing for this team way back in the first inning.
Yeah, Boog, she didn't waste any time in this one. The solo shot really got her team going, and she's looking for more right here.
And a seed into center. That's a base hit. And now 2 aboard. Well, Singy, she is locked in there.
She's really slowed the game down, and it's like she's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or 2 behind. The way that she squared up that baseball tells me that she is seeing it like a beach ball.
Swing and a ball lifted left field. Joe has a beat on it. He's got it. And that is out number 3. Nothing across here this half. 6, 7, 8. Now here's Jake Cronenworth. On the ground right side. Toss to Naylor. Now only 1 out remaining.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
Smith will have a new title now as she picked up her 263rd hit of the season.
back to MLB tonight, continuing coverage of history. Robert Flores with Carlos Pena and Dan O'Dowd. The single-season hits record of 262 held by Ichiro since way back in 2004 has been eclipsed in what will go down as one of the greatest offensive seasons in Major League history. Carlos, Dan, your thoughts?
This is just amazing. I mean, to be able to go out there and be so consistent. I mean, look, I played against Ichiro. He's one of the most exciting players I've ever seen. Certainly with the bat, and breaking his record must be so special. It's going to go down in history as one of the greatest feats in this game.
No, Carlos, it's also a record that as an industry, we don't focus or talk about very much. I think that's what makes it so special and so unique within our game.
And once again, congratulations to the new record holder.
Heather Smith, ready to put on a show, playing as the league leader in home runs this season. It's the Pittsburgh Pirates taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. Ready to go? At the plate for Pittsburgh, Heather Smith.
Second baseman, number 29.
And that one is downstairs. And we are underway in game one of the series. On the ground to third, Madrigal fires to first on the run, and they get the out. One out, runner at second. Now up for St. Louis, Jonah Bride. Ground ball right side, slinging it to first in time. Back here in St. Louis, and here is Heather Smith. Matthews back to work. Line to left. And foul ball. The 0-1. Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. And a quick out, number one. Man at first, one away. Pitch misses outside, and it's 1-0. Smith, a former All-Star, 22 years old, and she's been on a fantastic run at the plate, hitting over 450 in her drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. That one is gone. She circles the bases. Home run number 70 on the year. It's 4-1. Chris, she's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and she's got her timing locked in. She's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right
70th home run, root.
Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
Bottom of the inning, now batting Michael Ciani. On the ground, right side, Smith. Tosses to first.
You're out.
One up, one down. Now it's the second baseman, Heather Smith. She's already homered here in this one. Popped up. Madrigal. Brings it in. 2 away. Back here at Busch Stadium, we go to the ninth, and now the Pirates leadoff hitter, Heather Smith. Palante back to work. And that's just foul. Right side. Makes the grab, 1 down.
Now batting, shortstop, Mason.
Smith really excelled in this one and contributed to the win. Had only 1 hit but made it count with a homer.
I'll tell you, I was excited every time she came up. When a player is locked in like she was, it's a really special feeling. Great job.
Heather Smith ready to go in this one. This breakout star digging in, Heather Smith. And Singy, we already know she's going to finish the season with a new career high in home runs. Swing and a liner foul off to the right.
Plus, Boog, she's been doing a great job of getting hits. Just look at her batting average over the last week plus, and you'll see those numbers really back it up.
Outside low, and the count is 1-1. Smith went deep in her most recent game. Line drive. Meadows pulls it in on the run.
They trust him in center field because he's capable of making plays on the run, and we saw it right there. That's a player you want patrolling center field, someone who can attack the ball off the bat.
Swing and a foul out of play. Top of the third, no score. Got her swinging. And stepping in for the Cardinals, Michael Ciani.
The left fielder, Michael Ciani.
To her knee, the throw, and that's a great play for the out.
She looks so comfortable making that play, dives, comes up with it, and then from one knee, like she's just playing catch with her kid. Nice throw across the diamond at first.
Smith.
Savali back to work. Ripped right field. That's back there. That one way back, and it's gone. She sends it out of here. Her 71st home run of the season. It's 2-1. That's her 3rd straight game with a homer, Singy.
This player is on fire, Boog. These kinds of streaks just don't come around too often.
And now it's the switch-hitting second baseman, Heather Smith. She had a big swing back in the 6th, a solo shot that figures into this game in a pretty big way right now.
Yeah, that was a big swing of the bat, and she's going to be looking for more, trying to add on to this lead right here.
Man at first. Here's Bobby Dahlbeck. And there's a base hit. Throw comes in quickly, but the winning run is now in scoring position. 2 away. Here's the second baseman, Heather Smith. She's already homered in this game. Center field, Meadows. Makes the play, and it's out number 3. Smith had a good day at the office. Only 1 hit, a home run.
Strong individual day.
Heather Smith. Ready to go in this one. This breakout star has been a model of consistency at the plate, leading. Now it's the second baseman, Heather Smith. Chris, has been a good year for her, having already set a new career high for RBIs in a season. And there's a foul ball. That one is absolutely belted. And no one can get there. Around first, digging for two. Not in time. That's a leadoff double.
She was all over that one. That could be a dangerous pitch if you don't get it inside enough, because as a hitter, you see it coming across the plate the whole way. No problem handling it and putting a good swing on it that time.
Win comes to second, and that's two. Man at first, one away. That one ripped.
Come on, ball. Get up, get up.
Hits the fence. Lead runner holds at third, so two runners in scoring position and just one out. Well, Singy, she is locked in there.
She's really slowed the game down, and it's like she's moving in full speed and everybody is a step or two behind. The way that she squared up that baseball tells me that she is seeing it like a beach ball.
That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Smith, 22 years old. What a run over the last 10 as she's hitting over 400 during that span. Hit in the air, center field. Scott makes the grab, and that'll do it. So no. Back here in St. Louis, and now it's the switch hitting second baseman, Heather Smith. Junis goes 6 feet 3 inches, 240 pounds. He joined the team as a free agent. Grounded to Gorman. Gorman throws out to first. And the leadoff hitter set down to open the seventh. So back to the top of the order. Now batting Michael Ciani. Looking to get the tying run on base. Right side. Throws to first in time. Leadoff man is out here in the eighth. Heather Smith, the next Pirate to hit.
If you want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
One-run game here in the top of the ninth. And another ball.
She's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. She's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
Warning track wall, and you can touch them all. Her 72nd home run of the season. It's 4-2. So the streak stays alive. Her fourth straight game with a home run.
Boog, that's like a cycle of home runs, and I know how much you love the cycle. She's absolutely punishing mistakes right now. She can't miss. There was a cutter away. Kind of works like a slider. You got to stay on it, let it travel a little bit, and then get your arms extended. Really good piece of hitting right there.
Smith was a big contributor for them in the win. Put together 3 hits, one of them a home run.
Boog, I can't say enough about what she did for him in this one. She's a big reason they got the W, and it's easy to see why she's a key contributor for them.
Dang, so close to the home run record. Ugh, expressionless face.